makers, this is Miss Lori from the Elmhurst Public Library. Today I'm going to show you how to make a cool relief design on aluminum adhesive tape using our Cricut Explore Air, a computer, and a scoring stylus. And we're going to use a wooden box to decorate it. So let's get started. I can't wait to show you how fun and easy this is.
To get your project started, we're going to log on to the Cricut design space on our computer and connect our Cricut machine to our computer using the cables provided. After we're set up and in our account, we're going to choose New Project. This will bring us to our blank canvas. To get started, we're going to start out with a shape over to the left. I'm going to choose a square, and I'm going to size that square by unlocking it from this little unlock icon at the top. I'm going to size the square to 5.5 inches wide by 2 inches tall. That's the area on my box I want to cover my design. Remember, my tape is only 3 inches wide, so using a shape like a box will help me stay within what I have to work with. So I'm going to size it from up here where it says width. I'm going to size it to 5.5 inches, and my height is going to be 2 inches, and then I can lock it back up again. I'm also going to change the color of this. It's so dark and our line drawings will be hard to see on this. So I'm going to go up to this little square and I'm going to choose a lighter shade. Let's say this lightest gray so that you could still see it. Next to that on the color is something called line type. This is a square I want to cut out of my tape. So I'm going to make sure it's on cut. You don't have to choose cut. In fact, you could get rid of your shape entirely if you know that you want to use the whole area of your tape to do embossing on. Next, I'm going to search for an image or a pattern. You can choose any image you like. Simple line designs are a little easier to work with. So we're going to go here and we're going to select image. Simple designs cut down the number of steps and takes less time, and it takes less time to emboss your design onto your aluminum tape. I have 2 boxes with me today. Sunday's Father's Day, so I have a box that I embossed Hot Wheels on, and I also embossed an owl shape with my tape to put on my boxes. So let's search for a shape. Now, we can search all of these images, 3,337, or we might just want to search for something that we have in mind. So I am in the search in free this week. Now you could choose any image you like, but remember a lot of the images in Cricut are not free. So you'll have to ask your parents, or for this project, I would like you to choose something free because free is more fun. So if we're going to choose one of the images here, we might want to search for something. Let's say maybe your dad likes baseball. So let's type in baseball and see if any cool line images come up. Oh yes, I see some now. This would be a cool one, champs, and it probably will fit my square very well. Yeah, there aren't a whole lot. There's a catcher's mitt. So maybe I'll choose champs. So after I have champs, I'm going to click into insert image, and there's my image. There's my champs. Now I can move it over and see that, oh, it's bigger than the box. So I'm going to go down to this square with these 2 arrows, and I'm going to shrink it down a little bit. And I'm going to move it into there. Okay, it looks like it fits pretty well. It takes up most of my space. Let's see if I can, nope, can't make it too big. Okay, and then also remember up here by line type, I don't want to cut this image out. I want to score it. So I'm going to choose score. It's going to look funny. You're going to think, oh no, what happened to my design? I lost it. But you haven't. It's still there. It's just that it looks funny on the screen. So once I have that, and I have to make sure that I have it in my cut lines. I don't want to go outside of my cut lines. Then I can grab, in fact, I'm going to make it a little smaller just to make sure it's inside my cut line. There we go. Once I have those two images, I'm going to take my cursor and I'm going to start up here in the corner and I'm going to left click and I'm going to drag a box across both of these shapes and I'm going to press attach. So now they're both together. And if you look up here, you're going to see that the champs word is score and the square is cut. So from there, I'm going to click make it. And there's my image. And then I'm going to also choose, I'm going to put my foil on the board. I'm going to send it in the machine and I'm going to press go. Make sure you have your machine set to light cardboard. I tried it on paper and it didn't work too well. So let's say you're not really fond of this. You didn't see anything you really liked on the Cricut. Let's cancel this. We don't want it. So we're just going to X out of it. Okay, now we're going to learn how to grab an image off the internet if we're not happy with any of the images that we find on the Cricut Design Space. So to do that, we're going to go over to the internet. So let's just go to Google. And we're going to search for an image that we might like. Well, my dad likes baseballs, so I want to put a baseball on his box. So I'm going to look for baseballs. And I'm also maybe going to put in some other terms to help me find those images quickly. So white and black, because line drawings are the best. And I want a free image because I don't want to take something someone's trying to sell. I want to click on images because I want to see all the images. And I can see that some of this clip art people are trying to sell. So we're just going to go over here to Wiki clip art and choose this baseball. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to save my image to my desktop. And I'm going to change it to the words down here to baseball. And I'm going to save it. I'm going to go back to my Cricut Design Space. And I'm going to go to this upload cloud. I'm going to click it. Once I see this word image, I'm going to upload an image. I'm going to click browse. I'm going to go to my desktop and I'm going to find my baseball image. Click on that. I'll open it and there it is. Now I have this select image type page. I want to click on simple and then I want to click on continue. Now I'm going to take my X cursor here and I click on all the white space, because if I don't click on all the white space, the Cricut software is just going to read it as a big blob. All right, and then after I'm done with that, I'm going to click continue and I'm going to use this cut image, save as cut image, and click save. Then I can go into my images, select my baseball, and click insert image. Whoa, it's really gigantic. So let's size it down because remember we got to keep it on our 3-inch tape. And also we want to go up here by line type and make sure it's not a cut image. We want a scored image. And then your image looks funny. But remember, when it scores, it's going to catch all of those nice lines. And that's it. That's how easy it is to grab an image off the internet. What I did with my Hot Wheels image, there's my Hot Wheels. I'm going to insert it into my canvas. There's my Hot Wheels. I chose a shape And remember I did, and you could do any shape, but it can't be bigger than your tape. It's 3 inches, unless you buy 6-inch tape. Then you can do whatever you want. And I'm going to resize this by unlocking this little icon and choosing 5.5, because that's how many inches I want it to be wide, and I want it to be 2 inches high. So then I'm going to make sure that's a cut. I'm going to lighten this up so I can see my Hot Wheels design. I'm going to drag my Hot Wheels up here. Remember my Hot Wheels, I want it to be a score, and so then it looks funny. But oh, wait a minute, what happened this time? When I dragged it up there, it's behind my square. That's easy to fix. Click on it, go up to where it says arrange, click on that, send to the front. So there we go. There's our 2 squares. Now my Hot Wheels is a little bigger than that, so I want to shrink it down just a wee bit. And again, left click, drag it across those 2 and attach them. Then you're going to click Make It. And there's your project. Then click Continue. It's gonna ask you if you're not connected to connect and to turn on your machine, and then you'll continue. When you see the double arrows light up, you can load your material.
Now we're going to prepare our mat. If you notice, I'm using the light grip mat. We don't want something too heavy for our aluminum foil because it might tear it, and we might mess up our design as we're pulling it off. So I'm going to cut a piece of foil. It doesn't matter how big it is. It does matter how small it is, because remember, we want it to be sure that it's more than 5.5 inches. We're going to take our piece of foil and we're going to line it up at the top and on the side, and we're going to smooth it out. Now notice I have a couple little bends in there because when it got shipped it was a little rough, but that's not going to matter. It's all going to come out once we load it onto our machine. So next I'm going to click Continue, and it's going to connect to my Explore Air. I have my material set to light cardstock. I tried it on paper, but it wouldn't cut out my design. Next, I'm going to load my mat into my machine. Make sure when you're loading your mat that your material is pressed down and that you're getting it under these 2 tabs. You'll notice that there's a blinking arrow. Click the blinking arrow so that it loads your material, and then when the Cricut light lights up, you can press it and it will start embossing, and then it should cut our material out. To unload it from your machine, you're going to click the blinking arrows, and there's your design. Be careful when you're peeling this up. And there's my design on my relief. After you remove it from the backing, again, do it gently. You can peel the foil from the backing, and do it slowly because the foil tends to curl up. So you can unpeel it. There it is. And you are ready to apply your embossed design to your wood box or anything else you want. Boop. There's my heart. I also have a Hot Wheels design because that's just cool. And I also made a little owl, and I cut and I scored these. And that's all there is to it. I hope you have fun with this project. You can always call us at the library or in the makery if you need help with any of the projects that you see online. I hope you have fun.